It turns out, as always, I was making it a little bit more difficult for myself than it needed to be, because there is a vendor outside. I could just buy more camping materials, which I did. Also bought a few small weapon upgrades. We now got a rapier, which is actually pretty nice. Revelry, +5 holy anarchic finesse wielding weapon, and permanent freedom of movement effect and immunity to fear and death effects. That's actually a pretty damn impressive weapon. So that one will not be a problem for us anymore. We have fully buffed up with long-term buffs. We're going to get some short-term snacks in as well. And as for moving, I wanted to test out something new. So your weapons are anti-undead. You're just taking that. Is there any other short-term-ish buff that I want? Prayer usually triggers enemies unless you're casting prayer from a scroll, which is funny, but it's the way it is. And yeah, I think it's mainly just Jim getting his short-term buffs going.
I don't need anyone's sympathy.
And maybe we're doing a divine power here.
Stay on your toes. I do things.
Okay, does he have it now? Okay, cool.
I'll loot your corpse.
We will be victorious.
Can immediately see that with buffs we do no longer have the problem of these guys effectively being missed, because we can just move in and solve the problem. Defenders can also move in. Do I have a charge? No. Good, look at that. That was not that impressive because he immediately died after the first hit.
Stab their backs.
Yeah, but every single shot, or nearly every single shot, now is a hit.
We can do it.
1, 2, 3. And hit this guy. Fantastic. I would say, instead of you trying to fear us, how about you're getting feared by us? Nice hits. One, 2. Good job.
Strike with all your might.
Look, finally even our Bard with a +5 holy weapon is starting to hit. So that's not too bad.
Cover me.
That mage is thoroughly surrounded by us.
stopping now.
I wonder if what this room here is. It's so thick of fog, almost looks like a teleportation chamber of sorts.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
We'll test it once we're done with clearing all of the dungeon here. It's a bit cumbersome that you need to clear that much of a dungeon. Good hits. Well, look, I mean, we can just move in.
Your death awaits.
Of course, more undeads. Immediately turning them.
We won't falter.
Couple of good hits, let's go. Wow, 46, that's good. 40. Byron, when he's buffed, he's just... Oh, yeah, he had... That is a kill. Melee weapon, deadly to undead. Any undead with HD equal or less than your caster level must make a spell or is utterly destroyed. And these guys are 16. Listen, that weapon is actually... that holy weapon against the ghosts here is actually pretty damn good.
Do not hold back.
I like it. Just think about it, that was
I'll loot your corpse.
3 kills, and these guys take half damage, so even fully buffed, it's difficult to get one of them completely down.
A clean strike.
Out of my way!
Insta-kill. Damn, that disrupting weapon against these undeads, fantastic. Speeds up the fights enormously.
Stab their backs.
Everybody goes here. Not affected, not affected, unfortunately affected. Okay. You, my dear, take 1 healing. And that takes all of the problems away. And oh, don't tell me we need to go through petrification again. Oh, this room was the worst.
I always have the upper hand. We cannot be defeated.
Instead, this time we're fighting against normal autumn golems. It's not the greater ones. Alright, bring it on, guys.
Cover me.
Alright, problem solved. Now, charge in. These are greater golems, okay?
Forwards.
We shall overcome.
Yeah, and just the fact that you're hitting everything versus you're missing everything is just such a relief.
Your death awaits.
They still have 600-ish hit points, so that's crazy, but I remember if I was lucky I was hitting 1, whilst this time we're basically saying F you and hitting everything. Couple of crits, immediately gets them down.
We can do it.
And the cool part is the rapier, Tattered Knight trigger is so often that if we have her in the front line, that'll just follow up with more crazy crits from Darkrai and Gaeron in the back line.
Your corpse.
So yeah, I much rather prefer when we're just fighting normal enemies to go through this in a buffed fashion instead of a non-buffed fashion. So this leads to the second floor, which we don't need. There was another chest over here. Book of Never Saying Goodbye. I think we got quite a few books now. No, no, oh no. Oh, that was stupid. Misclicked. And did I even pull someone else here? Oh, Medusa. Not good. Yeah, misclicked.
Strike with all your might.
I'll split you in half.
Good. See you later, Medusas. We really, really do not need you.
Strike as one.
Nice. Baron gets a little bit
We won't falter. You're done for.
more hitting power. Very good.
Ultimate way.
1. Moves up.
Stab their backs.
Do not hold back.
Most of our characters now have blind fight. So fighting against Medusas with their gaze attacks shouldn't be the biggest problem.
Everything has a price.
But I'm still buffing this.
Cover me.
Good.
Follow me.
This was a highly trapped room. Ooh, uncoiled. Those are the ones that create mirror images and confusion. But there is a solution to it. It's called Stinking Cloud. Yes, and it works. Because this guy has lost his initiative. Fantastic. Stinking Cloud is so imbalanced. Uh-oh, another one. Another 2. Yep, there's the color spray. And of course, Baleful Polymorph. And now we do have a problem. An entire room full of these. Ugh. Let's start with you. 1. Jim can't even take the follow-up shots. That's unfortunate. There's Dazzling Display. Tattered Knight is Gonzo. Take this out. Quickened. And take this out. They're just continuing to use their stupid tactics. So I'm continuing to take them down. Unfortunately, just hitting their mirror images doesn't really kill them. You see, the first time that we're hitting a mirror image, the turn ends. Incorrectly so, but it is what it is. What are we doing with Darkrai? Going a little bit back. Apparently we can still cast. So that's good. One down. Come on. Nope. The others are not down. That might require another break enchantment.
Strike with all your might.
I'll split you in half.
1, 2, 3. Good. Can still do dazzling display, which is hilarious. Is that fight over? Because of course there is one more guy in the background.
What's that glitter?
Good, let's get him down.
Out of my way!
Yeah, the prismatic sprays are crazy.
Stopping now.
Leather armor +5.
I'll
Okay.
just have to resort to brute force!
I will tell you that was definitely not worth it. Same every single time.
I'm up for an adventure.
So where is it? Where is cast break enchantment? Expeditious retreat, reduce blah 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 blah. Crusader's Edge. Haven't even seen
Stay on your toes.
that it will try to dispel
I appreciate privacy.
Stand ready.
the right buffs. Or
Knowledge
debuffs,
is the
rather.
key to victory.
Dude. You are not supposed to dispel... doesn't even matter. I'm not going to be mad about it. It's the same as it always is. Did I put a polymorph in? Did I put a polymorph in is the question. This is not a polymorph effect, so no. And for some reason I did not put a polymorph in. And yet we're here yet again. It feels like Groundhog Day every single time, right? Because I didn't want us to be continuously polymorphed. But yet it happens. And I think the only option here is really break enchantment. I'm not even seeing that he's displaying the right stuff. I'm seeing that some spells are being dispelled, but that's pretty much it.
Does anyone require my counsel?
So, he does have insanity. Remove curses would definitely help with that. Let's start with this here. So, can't really remove that. Can't really remove that. Where is my break enchantment? We do have greater restoration, which I think does nothing here. Yeah, doesn't do anything. Dismissal, no. Break enchantment. There you go. The scroll also doesn't really do what I wanted to do. Not surprising, but I think there is a bit of a wonky coding because break enchantment is supposedly removing all of that. Remove curse definitely would. Do we have a polymorph? Okay, that could be the solution.
I'll need to review this spell later. I'll need to review this spell later.
What's the problem here, my dear? Target creature becomes a medium-sized dragon. Okay. Okay, it works.
I'll need to review this
So-
spell later. I'll need to review this spell later.
Can't polymorph already polymorphed creatures. That's beautiful. This is all personal, so can't really help with that. I have to wonder. I'm having like 7 bazillion scrolls, but the game makes it very, very, very difficult for me to find the right one that I need, and the scrolls are too low in level in order to actually do what I want them to do. So, as much as it pains me, this looks straight like a camping angle.
Keep your wits about you.
Let me check something.